What's up, y'all? It's your boy, First and the 15th. I want a very special guest today. It's actually his birthday in a couple of hours. So, happy birthday.
Cheers.
How do you say happy birthday in German?
Alles Gute zum Geburtstag.
Geburtsdatum. That's the one I was looking for. So, feeling Geburtsdatum. Happy birthday today. I know I fucked that up. But I'm here with Luca. Man, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
How old are you for the people, by the way?
I'm turning 22.
Okay, he's a young buck, but that's okay. He can sing. He'll already sing his ass off. So I met Luca, Sir Luca, similar to how I met Mr. Adrian Price. I met him at an event. Shout out to Bosses out of Nijmegen. We were participating in the same event, and they just had some really good energy on stage. We had to sit down, and we couldn't stand up, but I was tapping the shit out of my foot.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
So, tell the people, what kind of music do you make? Or how would you describe the music that you make?
I make pop, or more specific, it's electropop.
Okay.
And it's like really energetic.
Yes.
And yeah, so it's mainly for dancing off, like you said, but like it's not possible at the moment.
Unfortunately, we're restricted to our chairs and 60 capacity venues, but that's okay. When did you start making music though? Because I mean, you guys come with a really professional delivery of it. What I'm saying is you have a lot of showmanship in it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Well, I started out with playing guitar when I was 7, and from then on, like my second guitar teacher got me into songwriting.
Okay.
And yeah, with school I met a lot of different people, and obviously there were some musicians under them, and we started out with a band, and that became like my main project when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And yeah, after I finished school, I was like, what am I going to do with my life?
Yeah.
And yeah,
like many of us,
it's going to be music. Yeah. So I moved to Enschede, and now I'm studying here music, songwriting.
When you started making music though, is it similar to the music that you're making now?
No, a very different type. It was like a way more guitar-oriented, alternative rock, that kind of stuff.
I feel like that's kind of all of us. Like, we start out with one thing, but then once we maybe find ourselves, we kind of shift to something else.
Yeah.
So, you've got a lot of instruments in here. There's a lot of beer glasses in here as well. But besides that, you say you go to school. I know you go to school now. Do you go to school for music now?
Yeah, I'm studying songwriting at Conservatory.
Okay, so shout out Artes at Conservatory.
Yes. And I'm in my 3rd year now, so next year is going to be my last year, and then I'm finished.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you this because I don't have any formal music training. As a person who has music before, do you find that going to a conservatorium maybe hinders you, maybe puts you in a box?
Oh, I don't think so.
No? So
I think it gives me like quite a lot of opportunities, because I think network is like a very, very big deal in our business.
Sure.
So yeah, you get to know a lot of people, you learn a lot, and it's not like you only meet students, but there are different coaches and teachers as well that are in the industry, so you can get a lot from them as well.
Now, that's on the business side of it, but I meant more so on the music making side of it.
No, you just have to say fuck it a lot, because it's more like, whether you just follow every rule or you just do your thing.
See, this is what I was getting at, because people tell me like, no, if you go to a music school, they're just going to tell you that you're doing a whole bunch of shit wrong.
Yeah. You have to decide what you like and what you don't like, and then it's like listening to feedback. You only take the parts that you can,
and throw away what's not good.
Yeah.
Now, coming from the electro pop world, is that something that you listened to growing up a lot, or is it something that you kind of developed over time?
Well,
I feel like maybe it's not such an old genre.
Oh no, certainly not. But it's more like, I've got influences from like all kinds of stuff. My dad was really into music like Michael Jackson and Earth, Wind & Fire, Kool and the Gang, and that kind of stuff. So that was something that I've listened a lot to. But
so it was around the house.
Yeah. So and obviously I listen a lot to pop music as well. But like that matched together created somehow my style, because you can hear the funk influences and all that kind of stuff.
I can agree with that, man.
Yeah.
Like when I was watching y'all on stage, just one thing I noticed is it's one thing to have a nice bass line, but I feel like the vocals and the lyrics that you have with it, it's uplifting and it kind of shakes the hips for you.
Good to hear, yeah.
So, you work with a band now. And then, you know, there's different parts of it.
Yeah.
Did you all meet at school here in Enschede?
Yeah, that was, well, the project started out with just me writing the songs and producing them. That's how it goes until now as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm writing songs, and I really wanted to set up a live setting, so I did something with Adrian there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to have like a real band, because my goal was to create a sound that is not, maybe you think if you hear I'm playing with my band, you just think of a usual band, like electronic produced songs, but then I just played with the band and everything sounds totally different. But
Yeah.
that's just really not what it is now, because we worked a lot of shit out, and we tried to get that electric part from my productions into the band feeling. And that works out pretty great, as you're going to hear in April.
Nice.
So,
Yes. We're due to see each other on the stage again in April, so shout out to Bosses and I, man.
Yeah.
So, do you, I mean, you know, we met each other, I think that was, I don't know what the fuck month that was, but, I mean, before then, have you performed much?
With that band, not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like that.
Yeah, with the Adrian, it was actually the first time that we were standing on stage.
Okay.
So there was more like a tryout zone there, and yeah.
But so when you normally perform, who do you perform with? Because I don't understand.
No, it was more like the alternative projects that I had when I was back in Cologne. Yeah, that was something I used to play a lot of live gigs as well with. But when I came here, that project like got closed more or less.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to keep everything going then, because you meet new people, get new interests, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but like we started out with this new project with the new bands in, I guess, October. It's really like 1.5 years ago, and we haven't ever since played one show with a real audience yet. So that's kind of unbelievable.
So y'all still kind of testing the waters.
We're still waiting to get there, because we cannot wait anymore to play for people. Yeah. So it's a little bit fucked up, yeah.
So it's cool that you actually have had experience in it, because you, like I said, you definitely exert a lot of showmanship on stage. So it's not like it's it's the newbies. So, but with the band that you played at the Booster Festival recently, is that the same band?
No, that's not what Adrian.
I know it's not Adrian,
but that's with the band that I'm going to come in April.
Nice. Now with this band, is it like a full band? Do they have like drums and all that?
Yeah, we got a drummer, a bassist, a guitarist, and 2 background vocals.
Okay.
And then we're working with laptops, so we have a backing track, vocal synth, and we got some bass synth game going on, hybrid drums with electronic kits and other that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Now, do you feel working with a band adds a more live feel to your show? Like, is that why you prefer being with a band than to say just have a backing track and do it?
Yeah, I mean, like it gives a lot of energy, and I enjoy it because I come from the background that I play music live with other people, and I think it's really a fun thing to do.
I think so, and in your show, I think it shows as well, because you know there's more elements to it. It's not just you being in front of the microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's cool, man. So you say you've been making music for a while. Your dad kind of helped you get into the game, but what age were you when you started doing that?
I was 7.
7?
Yeah.
So when you first started writing your lyrics, were they in English or German?
I think the first song I ever wrote was in German, but like that's the only song I ever wrote in German.
You're like, I'm done with this.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel natural for me to write in German. So since then I stuck to English.
Now, as you go forward as a musician, do you prefer to keep it in English? Is that because you can reach a wider audience?
Yeah, that's part of it. But it's like, as I said, it feels just comfortable and good.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this though, because you are German and you write music. Have you ever thought of making Schlager music?
No. No.
Can you explain to the people what is Schlager music? For those who are outside of Germany, what exactly is Schlager music?
Well, you have to think of like a lot of Germans drinking beer, and I mean it's mainly in the south of Germany.
Yeah, I agree.
And and they like to go off to parties, and they are listening to that music. It's really only German music, of course, and it's very easy lyrics and very predictable music. Yeah.
Yeah, and the arrangement, you're right about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
When I got to Germany, that was one of the interesting tidbits about the culture was that the Schlager music. Because I was actually in Bayern, I was like, for us, it sounds like we've got a couple songs that we sing around the campfire, and then when that part comes, everybody's yelling it, and that's kind of
like the goal is to write something that everybody can sing after 20 beers.
Yes,
so
yes, that they know it.
Yeah, exactly.
He just decoded Schlager music for me. That's crazy. So, I mean, you work mostly in the electro-pop scene, but have you any ventures of venturing out? Like, have you ever thought about doing anything else? And if so, what kind of...
I really like R&B and soul music.
I think you feel well R&B, actually.
And so I started out with a new project, not a new, but a different project with Marcia, and you know her as well. She was there as well.
Yeah.
And we're still setting things up and seeing how everything goes. So maybe end of the year there's something coming, but we'll see.
Nice. So you're spreading your wings. That's cool.
I'm spreading my wings.
Is Marcia not in the new band?
She unfortunately had to stop because of private reason. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's nice. It's nice that y'all could like formulate something new though, because that's one thing I said. That's actually the first thing I said. I said, "You got soul, sister." So again, just shout out to Machi, yo. For those of y'all that didn't see the band, because he's in so many things, I met him with a three-piece band. It was him. It was Sir Adrian, and then also Miss Matcha on vocals, and they were really, really good combination together. But I'm quite keen to see what you got with your new band as well.
Yeah.
Now I wanted to ask you this because you're kind of in the artist boat with me as well.
Yeah.
How do you feel Corona has impacted us, like in the general sense?
Yeah, I mean, like every life aspect of it, for sure.
Yeah.
Everything has been fucked up because we should have played we already got 8 shows booked a year ago when we wanted actually to start out playing. So it was actually exactly 1 year ago because my birthday last year was the last day before everything got shut down.
Yeah.
So and then it began that you got all these cancellation emails, and I mean writing music that's going on the same way as before. So
that's what I wanted to ask you. Your productivity
that didn't affect anything there.
Yeah.
Because I think I've done a lot of online sessions as well, and that was fun. So that works out for me as well.
Okay.
But live music, it's only working, getting better, and waiting at the moment. And doing some live streams, obviously.
It's kind of shit. At least in my experience, it's kind of shit to prepare, but nothing to really show. You know, it's you can throw it on Instagram all you want.
Yeah, it's hard to stay motivated then. Yeah, I get it.
Now, also as an artist, because I presume you've been making a lot of music in this time.
Yeah, sure.
Do you feel like the music you might have made maybe 6 or 7 months ago, I'm not gonna say it's not ready, but are you tired of it already?
Oh no.
You still amped to put it out?
Sure.
That's one thing I need to work on, man, because there are some songs I made before last year and it's damn, I'm over this shit. I don't even want
Maybe you have to release it right at the moment.
Throw that motherfucker out.
Just go for it.
So we're gonna close this out. But is there anything you want to tell the people? You don't have to tell anybody any surprises. But is there anything you want to let the people know? I'm gonna have your Instagram handle and everything on the screen, so don't worry about that. But is there anything you want to let the people know that you're up to? Maybe new surprises, new projects?
Well, yeah, there's obviously some music coming this year.
Some
more singles, I guess.
Okay.
And we're just hoping. We're still figuring something out to do any live shows, to get a surrounding where that's possible, obviously. So it's mainly just we're working on shit, and if you want to get to know what's going to happen, just follow us on the Instagram.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Oh, before we go, it's glad that you mentioned singles. Because we're artists coming up. Do you find that it's more important for artists to be releasing singles or albums in this day and age? Because I feel like you've come from a pretty strong music background where it's very album heavy.
I think it's more if you're a small artist, it's cool to release singles because then you get a lot of curiosity and stuff, and
without putting out
you just release one song, and if you release the album you get the same kind of stuff but just one time. And with a single obviously more times if you have more to release.
I can agree with that. Because I was talking to Sir Adrian before, and it's we come from a background where we're used to having albums, and we judge artists off their albums. We don't necessarily judge them off their singles. But the world we're in now is kind of nah, bitch, you need a single right now. At least in the zone that I'm in right now. So it's cool that you also have the same perspective. Well, Sir, we're about to close on out. I really appreciate you being on First and the 15th. Yo, you guys check out my dog Luca. Again, happy good birthday, man.
Thank you.
And you guys check him out. Really good